Good morning. I'm Malik, and I'm here with Adam Vasey, Poverty Coordinator at Pathway to Potential. Hello, Adam.
Hi, Mo.
So, what is Pathway to Potential?
Pathway to Potential is the poverty reduction strategy for Windsor and Essex County. So we've really tried to put together a multi-sector group, and that means people from business, people who have experience living in poverty, people from the not-for-profit sector, people from government, all together as one collaborative initiative working together to fight poverty. And that's been happening since early 2009, and we've really been taking what I think are some good steps forward and really getting people in the community talking more about poverty and talking about solutions to poverty.
What initiatives has Pathway to Potential started or is part of?
Well, Pathway to Potential takes a very comprehensive approach to poverty. So we address all aspects of poverty: health, early learning and childcare, education and skills training, income support, affordable housing. And so in each of those areas, we are working with our partners in the community to tackle poverty. So that sometimes means developing new initiatives, and sometimes it means highlighting initiatives that are really working well in the community and already happening. So Pathway to Potential has primarily done a lot of work raising awareness in the community about a multitude of issues. So in health, for example, we've organized a Do the Math challenge where we encourage local leaders in the community to live on food bank food for a period of 5 days to raise awareness about the inadequacy of social assistance. So that's one example of a health issue, which is the lack of access to nutritious, affordable food in our community. But it's also an area where that health issue links to issues of income supports. So we can see where we start to talk in the community about the need for more healthy food. We're also starting conversations about the need for reform of the way that social assistance in our province is functioning right now, because people don't have enough to get by, to make ends meet, and it forces people to make really difficult choices about whether they're going to pay their rent or feed their families or themselves. So that's one example of the type of initiative that we're doing right now.
Now, your role as Poverty Coordinator at Pathway. What do you do as Poverty Coordinator?
As the coordinator of Pathway to Potential, it's really my job to make sure that all the different pieces of the puzzle are fitting together. So we have a round table that's a multi-sector group. As I mentioned at the outset, we have people from all different sectors of the community. So we want that round table really to play a leadership role in the community and be out there and be the champions and the public faces of poverty reduction. But we also have working groups that are linked with the areas I talked about earlier. So we've got groups in all of those areas focusing on a lot of really important work in the area of health, for example, income support, education, early learning, housing. And then we've got a group called Voices Against Poverty that has actually done a lot of work. They're a group that is comprised entirely of people who have experience living in poverty. So they're really an expert group that is talking about ways that poverty can be addressed from their perspective as experts. So they're doing a lot of advocacy work in the community. So my role is really to make sure that all those pieces of the puzzle are fitting together, that everything's coordinated, and that we're moving forward as a community to tackle poverty. And recently we had an event last week actually called Making Poverty Everyone's Business, where we really wanted to highlight the role that everybody in the community can play in reducing poverty. So we brought down a speaker from Hamilton, Mark Chamberlain, who's an entrepreneur, and he's been active in the anti-poverty movement in Hamilton, and he really helped to bring focus to our community about the need to tackle poverty collectively and to move the conversation from poverty as an act of charity to poverty really as being about investment. So if you're investing in recreation, if you're investing in housing, if you're investing in programs for food security, you're investing in a vibrant, strong, healthy community, and you're also tackling poverty at the same time. So we really want to change the conversation right now in the community get people thinking about poverty and what they can do, what role they can play in the community, because we really do believe there's a role for everyone to play in a poverty reduction strategy.
And how can ordinary citizens of Windsor and Essex County play a role in helping make poverty or reducing poverty in the future?
That's a good question, Mo. I think there is, as I mentioned, a role for everyone. So we always encourage people to get in touch with us at www.pathwaytopotential.ca as a starting point, or that's our website. You can from there link to our staff, call us at the office, pop by at the office, just have a conversation. That's usually how the involvement starts, is that we find out where people's interests are and what they want to get involved in, and then we go from there. We might link you with a group that you can get involved with. It might just be that somebody wants to volunteer their time for a more limited period of time. So we're really open. We think there are many ways that people can get involved, so we encourage people to contact us.
Thank you for coming, Adam. We've just spent 5 minutes with Adam Vasey, Poverty Coordinator at Pathway to Potential.